So I have had this phone for like 8 days now. I got it delivered on the 20th of last month, September, and it was the very first day that it went on sale. And I really liked a lot of things about this phone. It was like amazing display, super bright AMOLED display, as you can see, and like the battery as well. It's a massive 6000 milliamp battery. There is no problem with the battery or the display. It's really amazing display on this phone, and this costs you around 14k, so you can understand this price tag you cannot get anything better. Just like if you talk about Redmi, it's a completely different scenario, but even the cameras are decent. Like I wouldn't say like the cameras are awesome or like maybe wonderful, but you could say the cameras are decent because both front and back camera, like I think the software part has done the most, because like you cannot really rely on a 48 megapixel camera as this mention or show on papers. But still, if you're wanting to tell, if you're going to take like pictures from rear or front camera, you should be fine. Just consider, do not compare it with the cameras they have on flagships. But only main few concerns that I have, like I have played with this phone for 8 days, over a week now, so I should be able to tell you a couple of things. The first thing that worries me a lot is like whenever you are taking a call like for long, the back part of this phone heats up a little bit. Now I have tested this with what you call Airtel, Vodafone and Jio as well, 3 different service providers, 3 different SIMs, and there is no reception issues whatsoever. It works like smoothly. But like if you are on the phone, if you're on the call for like half an hour or so, the back part of this phone heats up. Now another concern here is when you're playing games, just to remind you, this variant is 64 gigs of internal storage bundled with 4 gigabytes of RAM. Just keep this in mind. Now when I try to play games, I have played a couple of games, and I'm mainly talking about PUBG and Asphalt 9. Whenever I play PUBG mainly, what happens is within a couple of minutes, the back part of this phone, on the top of this fingerprint sensor, this particular area gets heated up. Now I have been facing a similar issue whilst taking phone calls and whilst being on the call for long. I do not know if everyone is having these issues, but I did notice that some of the comments from some of the videos, this is my 3rd video, and others too are having a similar issue, as some are having issues whilst taking a phone call, while others having issue like hitting problem whilst playing games. So before you decide to buy, if you have already bought it, like you cannot really do much, and I do not really think that this can be fixed like with any software update. I do not know. It's just if everyone is having a similar issue, everyone is facing the same issue, this should get addressed by Samsung, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, many people are having the same particular issue. Now my point is, if you are going to buy this phone, if you haven't bought it yet, I think you should consider a couple of things. First thing is like display is gorgeous, there's no problem whatsoever. If you talk about the battery, now this is going to last at least 2 days with heavy uses. That's what I have noticed. That's what I have experienced. I've been playing games, like browsing the internet and other stuff continuously. Like it still lasts, like at the end of the day I still have like more than 40% juice. So like you could say that like this phone can last at least 2 days. Like this is just the beginning. Now this is 6000 milliamp battery inside the phone, so it's like it does not even feel like there is a heavy battery inside it. The weight management has been done nicely. Now the only concern is, just consider few things, pros or cons. The display is amazing, the battery is amazing, the price is also amazing, even if you're not getting any discount. But if you're buying this phone just for playing games, like I would suggest you to go for different version, I mean the variant with 6 gigs of RAM if you're really into Samsung, and if you really want to buy this particular phone. Otherwise you just choose phone like Redmi with Snapdragon 675 and above, maybe 710 SoC. Now next thing is, if you haven't bought it, I would suggest you to wait for Redmi Note 8 Pro. It's about to get launched in India, right? And you should be able to compare these two. Now if you're really into buying this particular model, consider buying with the one with 6 gigs of RAM. Now next thing is, like, just remember, if you spend a lot of time on the call, you might experience some heating issue on the back of the phone, but it's not as high as when you're playing a game, heavy one with heavy graphics like PUBG. But still you may have that problem. Not too sure if everybody is having this issue, everybody who owns this phone, but yeah, I'm having these two issues. So I thought I would let you guys know, because there are some people who are still wanting to buy, who still need to know that if they should consider buying this. So I thought I would let you know, because I have played with this phone for like a week now. So these are the things that I have witnessed. That's it for now. Thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day.